The 202 open label extension design features are summarized in this slide. So it's an open label extension study following the 201. So the objective is to evaluate the long-term safety and efficacy of palovarotene and to provide open label palovarotene to subjects experienced subsequent flare-up during the follow-up period. So it's still an open label second treatment arm, so no placebo. And the same centers are involved in this study, UPenn, UCSF, and Necker. And the duration of the study is 12 months. It's a follow-up period with, if flare-up during this period, drug treatment for 42 days with a 42 days follow-up period. So the endpoints are, during the follow-up period, to study the long-term safety of the palovarotene, and in the flare-up period, the same endpoints as in the phase 2 study, the 201. Always safety and efficacy. The treatment doses are the same than in the cohort 1 study, 10 milligram daily for 2 weeks and then 5 milligram daily for 4 weeks. And the total number of subjects expected in this study is 32.
How many are there now?
I think that's on the next.
Yes. So the inclusion criteria to be enrolled in this 202 study is to have successfully completed the phase 2 study 201, and of course all this study is oversight by the DMC to ensure safety and a good process. So indeed, to date, all the subjects completing the phase 2 study 201 have elected to enroll in this 202 study, extension study, and 3 patients have received open label treatment for a subsequent flare-up they have experienced. For these 2 studies, for the phase 2 program, Clementia team chose all logistic with very useful external groups who assist the study execution. And as in all therapeutic studies, there is a contract research organization, CRO. And in this study, in the phase 2 program for palovarotene, there is a very useful home care, home nursing organization and an agency, a company in charge of all the transportation assistance, all the logistics to go from home to the site where the visits take place. There is a central lab and a central imaging vendor, as in all studies. So the first steps of the trials, what we learned about the first steps of the trial. First, some patients, some subjects were not did not be able to participate in the trial, or because they did not meet the enrollment criteria. For example, they have a too low weight, or because a non-appendicular flare-up, for example, a flare-up concerning jaws or cervical region is not an appendicular flare-up, and there is no possibility to be enrolled in this case of flare-up. Or also patient not in a flare-up, and sometimes it's difficult to see if it's a new flare-up or if it's a consequence of a previous flare-up with, for example, neurologic compression or something else. So it's very important to examine and to discuss, to discern if it's a new flare-up or not. And sometimes also we could not involve the patient in the study because the patient contacted the clinical site greater than 5 days after the beginning, the start of the flare-up. So again, it's very important to insist of asking you to contact the site, so to contact us as soon as the first symptoms are feeling. And it's better to discuss with your physician and or with us if it's flare-up than to lose some day. Oh, is it a flare-up? Is it something else? And to waste some time. And again, there is an email address that you can have here, and I will give you our email address and phone number if any case of flare-up. So what can patients, subjects, families do to be prepared for participation in the clinical trial? First, it's important to discuss about this study with your physician involved in the FOP, and to discuss the enrollment criteria, to be able to discuss with him and with us in case of flare-up, and to discuss whether you might qualify and to be aware of the inclusion criteria. Second, it's important to identify a potential caregiver to accompany you in the study site. Everything is organized to be able to permit to the patient to come with somebody. So it's important to prepare name, address, email, language spoken, passport, any special travel requirements, because everything will be asked in the same times as then we have to discuss flare-up, medical stuff, and organization. So it's important to prepare that as soon as you can. And for the travel documents, because we are in Europe, you only need a passport or an identity card, and you know that we have conventions between your country and our country, and it's really easy to with the S2 form, before it was named E112 form, to be able to have to be enrolled in the trial in France. And normally your health insurer know very well how it is working. So don't hesitate to contact us if you want more detail, if you have question, and if any sign of flare-up in a particular region, and if you are more than 15 years, here is our address, phone number, even in weekend, in daytime. Don't hesitate, because we have to organize the visits, and it's better for us to prepare it as soon as possible. And of course, here is our email. And to prepare also the address of your physician, doctors, because he will be involved in the follow-up, of course, after inclusion. And here is, on this slide, our hospital in Necker. We are just in the middle of the town, near Montparnasse, near the Eiffel Tower. And we have a very nice clinical research team. And our physicians team, we are 3 working in this center of reference to help and to make it possible. Thank you.